Hello everybody, Math 12 Quarter 1 lesson, rather week 2 lesson plans. Let's go right into week 2 here, and you will get a PowerPoint edition and a video edition as well for week 2. And students, name date here on your lesson plan sheet. Let's go right into week 2. What are we going to do in week 2 for Math 12 Quarter 1? Here's our assignments here, which are 2.2, polynomial functions, higher degree, pre-calculus, class for part 1. And then we go into 2.2, polynomial functions, higher degree, pre-calculus, homework part 1. So we cover that. And then we go 2.3 real zeros, pre-calculus, class for part 1 and 2. Then 2.3 real zeros, pre-calculus, homework part 1, 2, and 3. So there's your week 2. And then standards, the main standard is graph, which is FIF.7c, graph polynomial functions, identifying zeros when suitable, factorizations are available, and showing end behavior. So we get into that, and then our intro will be polynomial and rational functions, which we've covered. And then your learning targets will be use the leading coefficient test to determine the end behavior of graphs of polynomial functions, and use long division to divide polynomials by other polynomials. Use synthetic division to divide polynomials by binomials of the form of x minus a. Use the remainder and factor theorems. We'll be doing that in week 2. And then resources, materials are animated PowerPoints and video versions of all lessons, classwork, homework, quiz, test worksheets. And that includes solution of videos as well and PowerPoints. Activities and tasks, all class worksheets are closed exercise from PowerPoints or MP4s, homework, quizzes, test assignments available online with corrections provided after submission dates. And then access for all, available in over 100 languages, available online 24/7, closed captioned for hearing impaired, audio for sight impaired. So your classwork points are 204 classwork points, 214 note-taking points. Homework is 335 points. Quiz 0, test 0. So the total for week 2 is 753 points for Math 12 Quarter 1 week 2. Let's go into what we cover. And what we're going to cover for week 2 after we get modifications and accommodations available online via Google Classroom interface. That is grades, classwork, homework, quizzes, tests, Zoom tutoring on request. So Zoom, with your tuition, Zoom tutoring is available. And we go in here to 2.2 polynomial functions of higher degree. So we get into higher degree polynomials. Classwork is 66 points for part 1, 2.2. 2.2 part 1, and we have our first homework here for week 2 is 90 points for homework, and then we go off into part 1, 2.3. So we only have one classwork, one homework for 2.2. Then we go in 2.3 classwork, 70 points, 8 points of note taking for polynomial and rational functions, and we go off into real zeros of polynomial functions. We're going to be finding real zeros. And then our homework here is classwork part 2 for 2.3 is we got 68 points here classwork, And then 6 points of note-taking. And then we go in 2.3 homework part 1, which is 77 points of homework. For 2.3, real zeros of polynomial functions. Then part 2 homework is 100 points here for homework. 100 points? 100 points for your homework. And that's for real zeros of polynomial functions. Then moving on through week 3, this is like Wednesday here, going on into Thursday. We have our part 3 here, homework 68 points of homework for 2.3. And that's it for week 3. You get up through part 3, homework 2.3. And animated PowerPoint math video at AO.com for questions, course materials. Thank you very much.